Yo, what's up? What's up? This your boy DJ Mad Scientist on the Midday Madness Show, Hot Topics Edition, where we discuss the hottest hip hop music and cultural topics. We go live right here, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Yep, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you want that personal notification. Hit that button too. All right, you guys. You guys are probably like, yo, what's up, mad scientist? I mean, you're usually not on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Well, now you know I'm usually on. I'm going to be on from now on from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. And then you're probably wondering too, like, yo, mad scientist, what's up? Why you don't have your camera on? It's a different kind of branding kind of thing. When I do my thing on Fridays, I'm gonna have the camera on. But for Wednesdays, I'm just gonna keep it like this. No camera. You just see my face right there, like that way you could focus on listening and not have to worry about how I look. I could be sitting here with no shirt on right now. You wouldn't even know it. Anyway, so this is basically the first show. And what I'm going to be doing on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 is discussing hot topics. Tell you how everything what's going on in hip hop or the culture. So some things are going to be totally like on point hip hop related, but a lot of things are going to be cultural, like hip hop culture, right? Hip hop community, like what affects us, right? What do we like? What are we caring about other than just the music, right? Like, what are the things that we're talking about? Okay, so I will be doing that, and now it's going to be every Wednesday, 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. And I'll read the story, and then pretty much what I'm going to do at that point after that is give you my commentary, make it entertaining. It got to be more than just a story. Got to be more than just a story. Or else you guys could read yourself. You could read too. You'd be like, man, scientists already know that. And I'll be like, well, did you know it the way I see it? My perspective, No, you didn't, unless you could read my mind. All right, y'all ready to get into it? All right, let's get into it. Well, you know what? This is the news that everybody's talking about. And for me personally, it is the saddest of news. Okay. We learned a couple days ago, and I kind of feel like we're still in denial. Like I see everybody posting posting posts on Instagram, and I kind of believe it. I know it's true, but it's kind of like I can't believe it's true. I'm waiting for the ha to come, or like this was like a horrible story going wrong, right? Well, let's go ahead and get into it because I think for the most part, it is what it is. Okay. Malcolm Jamal Warner was swimming with his young daughter when he drowned. Oh man, this is like a terrible news. Like for me, it's like he's the reason why I went to college. Well, not the only reason, but it was like great seeing, you know, that family and him eventually going to college and Denise going to college and dropping out. And in my house was like, don't be like Denise. But it was really cool, growing up watching Malcolm Jamal Warner and to hear that he has drowned and he's gone. I I still there's a part of me that just still can't believe it. But he died on Sunday while he was on holiday in Costa Rica. And it's revealed today that he was in the water with his daughter. Okay. Now, we don't know who his daughter is for obvious reasons, but there was a couple surfers that tried to save him, and they were able to save his daughter apparently, but they couldn't save him. They were able to bring him back, fortunately, but they couldn't save him. And where he was at in Costa Rica, there was no lifeguard, okay, on duty at the time. And so it was like he was just, I guess, I don't know. Like I'm still trying to process this. I'm kind of wondering, like, who goes swimming in the ocean, right? But I've never been to a place where he's going to, where he went and he died, but it's kind of like I am kind of wondering, like, bro, like, a lot of you guys know I'm black. Like, we don't go to the ocean like that. Like, we go to where our feet are still touching the floor or touching the sand, and the water goes to our knees. But I'm not gonna go anywhere where it's like I gotta actually swim because I just kind of feel like that's what the ocean does. It just takes you out. But I don't know. Like, I need more information about this because I'm assuming his daughter is 8 years old. And it's like, I don't think that he would take his daughter out to the ocean, like where he like I just am curious. I am very curious, but for right now, it's like I'm still trying to get over the fact that he has passed away. Like he's way too young. Like he was supposed to die when he was like 90. That's one of them guys that's like we're supposed to be like, oh my God, he lived to be 90 years old, not 54. I mean, you got black men with diabetes that's alive and kicking. 54? I don't know. But it's kind of sad. And everybody's been like posting, everybody's been posting memories. I think it's probably not going to hit us, to be honest, until he actually has the uh, the funeral. Like when there's a memorial service and a funeral. I don't know if they're going to do it privately or publicly. I mean, his life was so private. I wouldn't be surprised if he does do it private. But I think if it's public, people are going to bawl. I mean, I think I will. I think I'll be crying because it's like, yo, that's my childhood. You know what I mean? Like, that's my childhood. I just passed away. And it kind of felt like when Kobe, when Kobe passed away, it was like, no, no, like I couldn't believe it for a long time, for a couple days. I just could not believe it. And then they had the public ceremony, and that's when it was like, oh, okay, I guess this is real, you know. But thoughts and prayers to his family. I know that there's probably I'm pretty sure, he's a wealthy man, so he's probably prepared. His family's well taken care of, prepared and everything. But emotionally, the preparation, like his 8-year-old daughter was there with him. And it's like he was not expecting that. There's no way that anybody was expecting this. So yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner, rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. You are now the ancestor. But here's a good thing. I'm an Africana studies major, so we always believe in ancestors. And what better person to be an ancestor? He is truly. He's going to be the best, the bombest. I was going to say bombest. He was going to be the best bombest ancestor ever. I think so. I think yeah, yeah. Sometimes the spirits, the spiritual world, they know what they're doing. We may not like what they're doing, but a lot of times the spiritual world knows what they're doing. And this one was hard to take, but we got to take that one. Oh, Lord, that was a hard story to talk about. But, all we can do is just love the ones that we have in our life right now. And just always remember to love them and never forget to tell them, like, hey, just wanted to let you know, been thinking about you. I hit a couple of my friends and let them know, hey, bro, thinking about you. Want to let you know, love you. All right, another sad news. Look at me starting on sad news, but I mean these are the things that are relevant. Um, Ben Crump is now representing William McNeil Jr. Okay, you're like wondering who the heck is William McNeil Jr. Right? Well, he's the Florida man seen in a viral video getting beat up by the police in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay. And why? Because his car window could not go down. That's crazy to me. Okay. Now, the Jacksonville police have already said all the cops have done nothing wrong. This is totally legal. We pulled him over for headlights and his window also didn't work. We wanted to get in contact with him. So guess what? We busted his window, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me in 2025 that cops would feel like, or police officers would feel like, but I'm gonna call them cops. They feel like, yeah, this is cool to do in 2025. Like, you don't like read the room. And the police chief was black. Well, you know what? I have this thing now, and I'm gonna write about it in my Substack. We need to redefine what's black. You know what I mean? Like, we need to redefine who is black, because if you don't share the values of black people, then it's like you should not be called black. You should be called something else, like maybe just American, but you should not be considered black. Because if you feel like, yeah, I'm gonna send my cops out there to do this to a teen, and you know that in Florida you would not do that to a white guy, you know that you would not. I don't see this happening to white people. I just don't. I don't believe it. You could tell me like, yeah, 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 nah, 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 this is our rules and regulations, but I don't believe it. And if you are the captain and you're quote unquote black and you feel like, yeah, in this day and age, it's cool to do this, then we gotta be like, maybe you're not black. Maybe you're part of a different section of the American, you know, society that is not black. You don't have to like, you can call yourself white, you can call yourself whatever you want to call, but the only way you can call yourself black is if you have our shared values. Now, I'm gonna talk about this in my Substack. By the way, I do have a Substack where I do writing. So you can always look me up, DJ Mad Scientist on Substack, and you can read my writings. I did the latest one that I did was on the streaming culture. Okay. I did a piece on that. Go read that. And I also did a piece on 2 weeks ago. I did a piece on the album by the Clips, Let God Sort Them Out. So if you want to read those, find me at DJ Mad Scientist, Substack, and check it out. Just let me know what you think. I mean, you know, you could like it or you don't. If you like to read, go there. I like to write. You know, I know you guys are thinking, wait, aren't you a DJ? Yes, I'm a DJ, and I love to write. Okay, I'm educated. All right. So anyway, Ben Crump, who is the Attorney General for Black America, is now representing William McNeil Jr., and I know he's going to sue him. He's going to sue him. I mean, I don't have to like really read the story, but he's going to sue them and get money for this kid, and that's just how it's going to be. I feel him on that. If you're going to beat us up, pay us. You know what I'm saying? Like, make me rich. Beat me, but I'm gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a couple million out of this. So do your thing. Do what you gotta do. Okay. All right. Next story. We got Drake. Oh, another sad story. Yes, not because of Drake, but we know recently also Ozzy Osbourne died. Okay, he actually died yesterday. Okay, today is Wednesday. He died Tuesday. Ah, Lord, yes. And we actually do we like Ozzy? I think we like Ozzy, but not his wife. But I don't think Ozzy likes his wife either. Sharon, I think she was problematic. And then the daughter, she's kind of like an ally, but not really. Like, she's a problematic ally. So it's our relationship with her is I think under construction. That's another phrase that we always use, but I can't think of it right now. So I just came with under construction. Anyway, Ozzy Osbourne died yesterday. Okay. He was like, I think Ozzy was like 75. How old was Ozzy? I think he was like 75. He wasn't that old. Like, I was kind of surprised that he was even that young. He seemed older than that, right? But let me see. How old is Ozzy? 76, yes. I thought he would, usually, guys like them, they live to be like 90. It'd be the rockers that live to 90. And you're like, what kind of drugs were you taking? Like, let you live to 90. Anyway, he passed away yesterday, unfortunately. And so Drake took it upon himself because Drake is in that London mode right now where he loves London. You know, I think, let me side note. I think Drake pretty much is just trying to find a home. He's trying to find a home. And I just wish that he would click his heels 3 times and going back home to Memphis. Going back home. Just click your heels 3 times. Click your heels 3 times. Anyway, that's sad because I'm black. I ain't even like sing the Wiz version. I ain't gonna lie. When it came to the Wizard of Oz, my mom had us watching the original, where it go from black and white to color. Yeah, that's a whole nother psychological discussion. My mom, wonderful woman, love her. It was just, I think my mom didn't read the room when she moved when we moved to the city of Compton. She was like, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be the way we are. We country. Like I said, that's a whole nother psychological discussion. Anyway, Drake is trying to find a home. So he's in London right now and he's on tour doing his thing. He's just out there doing his thing. Maybe he's tired of Canada, because Canada was turning up to Kendrick. Maybe he's look like a little like a little mad. I don't know. He could have a different kind of plan. He could be thinking like, nah, I'm not going back to America to do nothing. It's gonna be Canada and Europe from now on. Those Americans don't deserve me. We'll see. We'll see. I think we'll fall back in love with Drake over time. Okay. He just needs to stop tripping. Anyway, he wasn't tripping yesterday because he walked out on stage to Iron Man by Black Sabbath in the Birmingham. Um, it's a stadium in Birmingham. I'm trying to find out what's the stadium names. I can't. So let's just move on. But he did it in honor of Ozzy Osbourne. And, you know, he he poured a little cup. Poured a little cup. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, I wasn't really a Ozzy fan. I wasn't into Ozzy, just wasn't. So it doesn't feel as impactful as Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Okay, but rest in peace, both of you guys. You will be missed. Malcolm will be missed, but it's gonna take time. Black America probably gonna miss him more. That's how we are. We tend to miss people once the funeral, then we start jumping into the into the coffins once the funeral is there, because then it's real. It's like, oh my God, somebody's gonna jump in the coffin. All right. What else we got? What else we got? We got a lot of good news. Um, it's just a matter of finding out what's important and what's interesting. You know who's interesting to me all the time? Cardi B. Yes, Cardi B is always interesting to me. Yes. Well, she's being sued for assault. Why? Because Cardi B is pictured throwing the mic at an anonymous woman, okay, at a day party in Las Vegas a couple of years ago. And she's going to sue Cardi B, okay? Apparently, Cardi B was performing at Dre's Beach Club when she asked people in the crowd to throw water at her to beat the triple digit heat. However, this individual says when she threw water at Cardi, as several people in the audience did, the rapper responded by pelting her with the mic instead. Okay, so you asked people to throw water at you, and when they did, maybe she felt like that one woman threw it too hard. I don't know. Um, okay, well, Nikki hasn't responded yet. When she does, we will all know. Okay, we're all gonna know when Nikki uh responds. Okay. Oh Lord, oh Lord. This is like the first time I'm really doing this, and I'm realizing, I do this every day where I talk, but I always talk in small spurts, right? Small spurts. And so I already have everything written in script. And so it's a little bit different than when you're just talking and freestyling, right? And I'm looking at the clock like, it's only 20 minutes. I mean, I got 40 more minutes to go, right? And so I feel like it's going to take some time for me to like figure it out and get to the point where I'm comfortable. The pacing is right, so stick with me, y'all. I mean, stick with me, okay? Make sure you guys stay with your boy. You know what I mean? Like, because this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna figure it out, and I know for sure that you know it's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna make it entertaining. Okay. At the same time, I'm gonna have to learn like, you cannot talk and type like I do on the radio, or maybe I can, but it's like I'm gonna have to like learn how to like have all this stuff prepared. All right, let's talk about my sponsors before we move on to the next story. My sponsor is me. But let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, we got the DJ Mad Scientist Friday Night Hype. Yes, every Friday night at Agave Ultra Lounge in downtown Long Beach from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. The hottest hip hop, R&B, reggaeton, and party vibes. Every Friday night at Agave Ultra Lounge in downtown Long Beach from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. Get in free before 11 p.m. on the guest list at www.agaveultralounge.com. Okay, that's the Mad Scientist Friday Night Hype every Friday night at Agave Ultra Lounge in downtown Long Beach. Yes, yes. What? That's what I'm talking about right there. Got my own sponsorships and everything. I mean, I think the hardest thing is going to be is having everything like kind of organized um to the point. But I do feel like I don't have to really worry about it because um it's just something that eventually over time I'll get done. Um, you know what I mean? Like it's over time, I'll just get it down. That's the same thing that happened to me with radio, right? Where I had to like figure out um, you know, what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna say it, and then get the timing right. You know what I mean? Um, get the timing just right. And so I'll do that with this as well. And at the end of the day, you'll be like, wow, mad scientist, I didn't think you was gonna make it. I'm like, yeah, like, of course I'm gonna make it. All right. All right. What we talking about? What we talking about? Let's go ahead and get into some more stories. I hate to be bringing you like, I was really, really looking for like some really great stories, which I do. I do have, I know I have at least one great story. So, but the hot topics are what the hot topics are. And I'm always looking for juicy, juicy, or I'm looking for like spectacular. Swah, how did I come up with this phrase? Swah. But I'm always looking for juicy, juicy, but sometimes it is what it is. And today I was like, I'm gonna start today, no matter what's out there. I'm going to go and and we're just gonna go. Okay. All right. I had a story up here and then I just walked away from it. Hold up. I gotta wait for it. I gotta wait to find. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you this story. This story is kind of crazy because the way it's written is wait, what? New York man reportedly kills his wife, then murders his ex-wife because why? She deserved it more. Oh Lord. Timothy Taylor murders his wife and his ex-wife. I mean, he traveled from North Carolina, okay? And he broke into the home of his ex-wife. I'm not gonna say her name, but he stabbed her like 22. What? In front of her three kids? Oh Lord, that's crazy. and then he killed his current wife. This is like clearly like, dude, you're the problem. I mean, dude, you're the problem. You're the issue. Anyway, okay, I found the story I want to talk about. It's kind of good news. It's like, oh, I'm not a big boxing fan. I'm not. I don't understand the sport of boxing. I like the spectacle of boxing, but I don't understand the sport of boxing, right? So for me, if I like anything that has to do with fighting, oh, now I'm kind of interested. Well, about 2 Saturdays ago, I was up late as I should not. I should be sleeping. My doctor told me I need to sleep more. Okay. But I was sleeping. I just happened, I mean, I was up, not sleeping, and I just happened to see a YouTube video of Clarissa Shields. Who is she? She's the one who, and why is this relevant to hip hop? Well, she's the one who's now currently dating Papoose, right? Who used to date Remy Ma. But Papoose and Remy Ma got into it and they broke up. And then Remy Ma was still talking, because apparently Remy Ma got caught cheating on Papoose with a battle rapper. Well, Papoose went and got him a battler. Remy Ma went and got her a battle rapper, and Papoose went and got a battler, somebody who can really box for real, right? Well, anyway, they're planning on having Papoose and Clarissa Shields are saying, hey, man, we're about ready to have kids. We are about ready to have kids. But I don't think it's going to be soon because I've been watching Clarissa Shields. She's now doing MMA. She's actually really good at it. I mean, she's not excellent because if you watch her boxing, she usually gets like, because she's a boxer. She's used to like throwing hands, which she could throw hands. And going back to Remy Ma would start talking mess to Papoose and his new girl. And Clarissa was like, oh, we can throw those hands. As a rapper in hip hop, we all know that Remy Ma tends to be really aggressive. And, I kind of imagine that she'd be like a tough girl. But now that I've seen Clarissa Shields box, I don't think Remy Ma got it. I think you need to leave that alone. I'm thinking that Clarissa Shields cannot rap. So stick to that world, like you and your battle rapper. But I think Clarissa Shields is not the one you want to go box. I think she could probably take both you and your battle rapper because she got hands. The only thing is with Clarissa is, like MMA, there's the ground game and then there's the hands game. And she's not good at the ground game. She just don't get tired. And they usually get her on the ground and then they're trying to like lock her up or do what they have to do. I don't know yet because I'm just now learning this. Like I like MMA and I like women's MMA. Yes, I like women's MMA. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with watching women crawl around on the ring floor. I'm okay with that. So, anyway, so she's like, so they get her down and they wrestle her. They're trying to get her into a move where, they could like say, I won, but she's so strong. And then they get tired and then she usually gets them off of them. And then she bang, bing, bing, bang, bing, and it's over. And that's how she wins. She boxes them and knocks them out. If she ever learns how to like do the ground game thing, oh, it's over. It's over. Anyway, back to the point. Her and Papoose, who's a solid person anyway. I think he fight us on. I think he can probably beat up the battle rapper. He just kind of looked like he could. Like if you lost the fight, Papoose, I'd be like, bro, you're like the dude that every dude should look like. Every black man wants to look like you. And you lost the fight. crazy. Can't lose a fight. Anyway, they're planning on having kids. Oh, okay. Get out of it. All right, here we go. Next sponsor coming on up. It's the Mad Scientist Saturday brunch and day party at the world famous Agave Kitchen and Tequila Bar in downtown Long Beach. Yes, that's every Saturday from 12 p.m. until 5 p.m. Celebrate your birthday party, girls do brunch, family reunion, foodies brunch, or whatever you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want to. I don't care. Just bring your crew. Okay. Just go to Eventbrite or hit me up on IG at sign Demad Science. That's at sign Demad Science. That's DAMADD Science. Okay. That's the Mad Scientist Saturday brunch and day party at the world famous Agave Kitchen and Tequila Bar in downtown Long Beach. The address is 200 Pine Avenue in the beautiful city of Long Beach. Now, my show is going to be a little bit more organized, but I'll tell you, I'm only going to be doing commercials on. I'm scratching my back right now. That's another good thing about not having having the camera on is I can do things like scratch my back. Ah, yeah, that feels good right there. All right. One thing I learned by watching other live hot take shows is that you don't have to be like all scripted. That's the one good thing about this is that you don't have to be all scripted. But the thing is that it's a lot of talk time. I thought that I talked a lot on my radio show. I don't talk a lot on my radio show. Those little 2-minute segments, when I'm introducing a promo or I'm just doing a bicycle. No. And when I do my mini pod, it's 5 minutes. This is an hour, dude. Talking about hot topics, like talking about the news, right? But I'm making it entertaining. Who I've been looking at to like get like really good like tips is I've been looking at the Don Lemon show. Yes, that's kind of like how I'm going to pattern the show. But I'm realizing that I have to be a little bit more prepared, but it's okay. Like I said, I learned with radio how to do it, and I know I'll be able to learn how to do this. And the best thing is I'm entertaining. I'm entertaining. Okay. All right. Let's go with another story. New chapters. Travis Hunter's wife, Leanna Lenee. I mean, at this point, it should be or is it Lene? Leanna Lenee? It should be like Leanna Hunter. They're married. I know she took his last name. Or it could be Travis Lenee. Okay, I'm not gonna clown him like that. He's young. All right. Anyway, I believe that she probably took his name. I mean, I really do feel like she took his last name, but they're married. I don't know if they got a prenup. I think, I kind of feel like this. Everybody was like, bro, get a prenup, right? And I think his peers were probably saying, bro, get a prenup. But I think he probably wasn't listening. But my feeling is that more than likely, Deion Sanders sat them both down and said, okay, listen, I love both you guys. And, I think this is a beautiful thing. I think you guys are going to be together forever. But you need to have a plan for changes in your life. And you guys are young right now. And the people that you are today, you may not be in 10 years. And you want to have a plan so that you're going to have kids. Yes, you want, and I think this is good advice. Look, everybody should have a prenup because essentially marriage is nothing more than a contract. It's a legal contract that is mandated by the state, okay, and the federal government. More by the state than the federal government, but it is mandated. That's why you got to get a license, okay, when you get married. You got to get a license, and you have to because you have to do it for the state. Now, my feeling is that it's a contract. It's a contract. It's a legally binding contract. So the best thing to do is get a prenup, right? And I think that's how Deion Sanders would have approached it to him, would have mentioned it to, Travis and Leanna Hunter is, listen, just get a contract. That way, if you guys grow and become different people and decide, I want to do something different, with my life, change some things, you could still know, okay, what's our plan of action for the kids? Because we're always going to be in their life forever, right? Now, once you have a kid forever, for life. That's for life. But I kind of feel like Dion probably convinced him to get a prenup. So for all you guys out there wondering and worrying about this woman taking Travis Hunter's money, which I don't understand why we're so worried about whether Travis Hunter has his money. I mean, he ain't the first black kid to get money, right? So why are we so worried about him? Nobody's worried about Paul Pierce. Nobody hit up Paul Pierce and be like, yo, you got a lot of strippers in your life. No, we celebrate Paul Pierce. We like, bro, you got another stripper in your life? Great. We celebrate Paul Pierce, but we're all like, no, Travis. I mean, what did you want him to do? Go into the NFL and just become debaucheric? That's a word, debaucheric. You want him to go out there and just have like a million strippers and getting some like massages and assaulting women with his massages. Is that what he was supposed to do? I mean, he's gotten married. He wants to start a family. We should celebrate that. I know some black people are like, well, she ain't black. I think she's Mexican. So it's kind of black. Okay. Same thing. I'm from California. Black, Mexican, black. I mean, all the same thing. Right? So he's good. He's got to trust me. He's just like he's got the black women, the Mexican grandmothers, they take control of the relationship too. Trust me. I'm from California. I know a lot of Mexicans and I do a lot of quinceañeras. And who's in charge? The grandmothers. No one else is in charge. It's the grandmother. That's it. And then eventually the wife does kind of like break away and says, no, I'm gonna do it my way. And the grandmother gets mad. But eventually the grandmother gets her way. Because typically the grandmothers, no matter what color, grandmothers always have more money than the wives. No matter what race you come from. Grandmothers always have more money than the wives. And guess what? They use that money. They use it to spoil the kid. And they don't even buy kids. You know what? Grandmothers don't even buy kids healthy things. They buy them all the sugary snacks and all the toys they want. So the grandmothers always stay in control. You got to know that. Okay. Anyway, back to the story. All right. So apparently she says she left a video because she's young and she probably cares about what people thinks about her. So anyway, she left a TikTok video this week and it says she's grown, she's getting better as a person. Uh she was crying. But she says she's getting better. She's getting, God is making her great through the suffering and blah 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 blah. A lot of stuff. I mean, what is she like 23? Whatever. I not that I look, I'm not saying I don't care. I'm just saying she's 23, she's crying on TikTok. Okay. I think she's trying. But my prediction is that they'll be okay. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. I think Travis, I looked at his YouTube page and his YouTube videos. He looks like one of those guys that pretty much has nothing. Once he doesn't want to do all the stuff that we think that he should be doing. He doesn't want to do it. He wants to sit home and watch video games. I know guys like that. They want to sit home, play video games, and just that's it. Train and then go home and play video games. I think even if he didn't marry her, he would be at home playing video games. And we're just going to accept that. Okay. All right. Woo. Man, this is the first time. And I'm telling you, woo, it is definitely something that, I got to work on. But hopefully you guys are having a good time. And hopefully you guys feel, hopefully you guys feel entertained. That's the word I was looking for. Hopefully you feel entertained. Okay. All right. What else we got? I don't want to do that story. Did that story. No. There's a story about um Tyler Perry, right? And Tyler Perry is a story within itself. You know, my question is, was Boondocks were the creators of was Aaron Magruder right about him? I kind of feel like, I mean, don't you feel like Aaron Magruder was right about Tyler Perry and Medea? Uh, I mean, nobody wants to say anything because I mean, at the end of the day, like he's a billionaire. And would I go and like if I got a call from Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry said, "Hey, show up naked and come do a movie for me," would I want to think that I would say no. I want to think that I would say no. But in my mind's eye, I might see myself through if the money is right. Like you make me an instant millionaire. Nah, I think I would still say no. I do think I would be like, okay, for sure. I'll be like, yo, can I just show up with my shirt on? Now, the reason I say my shirt off is not because my shirt is off. It's if you've seen like the Boondocks with Grandpa, he had to take his shirt off and get all glistening. Okay, that's why I said that. Anyway, I would want to keep my shirt on and my pants, and I would want my lawyer to go there with me. Now, if I could do that, then I would be in a Tyler Perry movie, but definitely not with a shirt off. Okay. All right. Speaking of another young lad in the NBA that everybody was so worried about, why are we pocket watching these NFL and NBA guys and worry about who they get with, right? Well, Jalen Green is with Drea Michelle. You know that. Okay. He was Travis Hunter before Travis Hunter, right? But he's a young NBA star and he got with Drea Michelle. I think Drea Michelle is like 40 and Jalen Green is in his 20s. Okay. And they got together and they're making it a couple. And well, they had an interview together and the internet is responding, right? And one of the things that was really crazy is that he said, they asked, so how y'all meet? Right? They probably didn't say it like that. He probably was like, how y'all meet? Like, ugh. Well, anyway, he said she slid into his DMs. Oh Lord. She slid into his DM. I mean, that this interview, just based upon all the responses, I mean, people were like, she's talking to him like he one of her children. I'm not a hater because I think Drea is very gorgeous, but her dude kind of reminds me of one of your son's friends that has a crush on you. And she finally gives him a chance. Somebody else said even his body language gives just too young for her. And somebody else said cringe. I mean, it's reality. I mean, I think he's like 23, 24, and she's 40. So it's just not, I mean, yeah, he's tall. He's hecka tall, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what I mean? He's a kid. He's a baby. Like, oh, he's a baby. All right, y'all. Got to get into my next sponsor. Who's your next sponsor, mad scientist? Me. Okay. I'm the next sponsor. All right. Just want to let y'all know Mad Scientist Taco Tuesdays. Yes, from 7 p.m. until midnight. What we do from R&B to ratchet. Yes, we literally go from R&B music to ratchet. Okay. We start at R&B, and once the drinks kick in, we go into ratchet. All right. So come celebrate your birthday party. Come celebrate your girls' night out. Come celebrate anything you want to celebrate. Divorce party, you know, FTN party, whatever you want to call it. Just come celebrate it at Agave Kitchen in downtown Long Beach with your favorite party DJ. Who? DJ Mad Scientist. Spinning hip hop, R&B, mostly R&B, ratchet, okay? And all the party vibes. When I say ratchet, I mean ratchet hip hop. Um, Not ratchet. Got some ratchet R&B, but it's mostly ratchet hip hop. All right. So that's the Mad Scientist Taco Tuesdays at Agave Kitchen, downtown Long Beach. The address 200 Pine Avenue in this beautiful city of downtown Long Beach. All right. Wow. Wow. We are on our way to the second half of this. What? All right. We're going to get into a segment, the last segment, which I like to call Twitter topics. What's hot on Twitter? What's trending on Twitter? Okay. What's being talked about? All right. Well, this one's for the guys. Bad news for the guys. Yes. Taylor Rooks is married. What? Yes. And everybody knew it except for us. All the celebrities knew. Taylor Rooks, you don't know who Taylor Rooks is? Guys, you know who Taylor Rooks is. Go ahead, look her up, right? And then you'll be like, oh yeah, her. I just didn't know her whole name. Like, how do you know Taylor Rooks? Everybody knows Taylor Rooks. Anyway, she's gotten married. And the crazy thing is, the guy's age appropriate. Well, he looks age appropriate. The thing is, we don't know his name. And I was looking. That's why I was late. I was looking for his last name. They say his first name, but not his last name. His name is Shane. That's it. They just call him Shane. Like, who is this? And everybody's like, well, who is this guy? Well, according to what's being put on Twitter, all the guys are just sad about it. Everybody's like, damn. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm not on the radio. Okay, cool. Everybody's just like, wow. Somebody's got a meme of I can't think of this guy's name. It's from a different world, and he was trying to stop Whitney from getting married. Yeah, I was young. They got another one of Tyrese crying. Remember that meme when Tyrese is crying? You ever think that Tyrese was probably crying on purpose? Like, he was just doing that just so he would become a meme? Yeah, well, anyway. Oh, and of course, they got Denzel Washington as Malcolm X banging on the desk. That's classic. Let me see what other reactions we got. Uh uh Nothing. Just a lot of people saying that they're sad that Taylor Rooks is finally married, but you weren't dating her. So how are you like mad that she's like married? None of us were dating her. I mean, definitely wasn't. Anyway, Twitter topics. Okay. Another one that you know, you might be interested. I mean, I think this is hip hop. It's kind of like on the peripheral. Um, anyway, um, Sisters on BET still trending. Yes. Is it hip hop? It's kind of like it's a kind of hip hop, but not really. But anyway, Sisters on Hip Hop is still trending. It's trending like number 4. So people are watching it. That's cool. Now, this one, I don't know if I want to talk about it. Um, but might as well. It's not even hip hop related, but everybody else is talking about it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of at least mention it. Um, so the breaking news with Donald Trump and his Epstein file situation, I I think they're doing a slow rollout. I think they're doing a slow rollout so they can go to the back, look at the files, kind of redact a lot of stuff. Because if they had put the files out and Trump was not in there, nobody would believe it. Everybody would be like, man, you lying. Dude, you lying. You're in the files. We know you're in the files, right? I think that's what everybody would say. So they didn't want to just put everything out, but I think they had to take their time and just figure out what they want to take out and say, oh, it's redacted because that part has people that we're protecting. Wink, wink. And we'd be all like, yeah, you're protecting Donald Trump. Like clearly the sentence leading up to it kind of feels like we're reading the sentence and it kind of feels like Donald Trump's name would be included in that sentence. Anyway, I don't know what the files will say. I've never seen the files. So I'm not going to make too many jokes because I don't want Donald Trump suing me. He is litigious. Litigious. My dad used to say that. He used to say, we live in very litigious times. Anyway, the breaking news is Donald Trump has been informed by the Justice Department that his name is definitely in the Epstein files, which is like, duh, right? We all knew that. There's no way that you're gonna be able to distract us with all this. Obama is a terrorist. you know, Biden is, he's sleeping too much. I don't know, whatever Donald Trump says. I mean, I'm not really into that, but um it's news, right? How much am I going to talk about this? I don't know. We'll see. I'd rather talk about other things than Donald Trump because this is not going to be a Trump show. Not that I didn't vote for him. Just make sure we're clear. I did not vote for Trump. I voted against him twice. But, I just don't want to talk about it. Right? Not because I'm scared or anything. It's just I was sitting here laughing because I'm strolling through it's X, formerly Twitter, and they got all these AI pictures, and one of them is a picture of Barack Obama laughing at Trump, and Trump is in the background with his head down. uh oh, and then somebody got a picture of Speed with his shirt off. Maybe I should like stream with my shirt off. Yeah, but you don't want to see all this. It's a little too much. It's a little too much to be showing. Then they got all the pictures of Donald Trump and with Epstein. I don't know why Donald. I understand why he does not want to show the files because he's in there. I mean, even Elon Musk said he's in there. So if Elon Musk is saying that he's in there, then he's probably in there. Not that Elon Musk is a genius or anything. I don't believe that, but I kind of feel like Elon Musk has seen it. Um, and so he's probably in there. Okay. All right. That's the only thing that's interesting on here for from X. I mean, they have a For You page and it's mostly sports stuff. We're not gonna go into sports, barely get into politics, but we're definitely not going into sports unless it's the Lakers. And right now the Lakers are on hiatus. Oh, I could say this. Bronny had a good summer. Bronny had a good summer. Too bad that I just started now because I'm not going to be reporting on it. Not that I'm not hating on Bronny. I'm not hating on Bronny. Don't go down that road. But I just don't have to talk about it because it's Summer League's over, right? Right. Okay. Um, Last thing is I do have to talk about the Drake thing. Uh TMZ caught Salt and Pepper's Cheryl James. I think that is Pepper. No, Salt. Okay, Cheryl James is Salt. And she commented on Drake's Not Like Us lawsuit. Um she says, oh, okay, so Salt and Pepper is fighting Universal Music for the rights to their music. They want to get their music. And UMG is like, nah, you ain't getting that. Okay. Um, and anyway, she just happened to throw that little shade that says, oh, our suit is not like Drake's. That's hilarious. Like Drake is gonna forever be known as the guy who sued for this song. Yeah, like he's gonna be forever known as that. Okay. It's like, would you want to be known for that? Hopefully he gets over it. Um, Hopefully he gets over it. I don't know. All right, well, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I've had a good time. I know you guys are thinking like, oh man, it's still 3 more minutes to go. Well, I have nothing else to talk about. Okay. I have nothing else to talk about. So do you want to hear me ramble? Not gonna do that. Okay. Oh, wait. Did hear one interesting story that you guys probably maybe didn't know about. LeBron James was caught in the south of France, Cannes, rapping to Not Like Us. And of course, Savannah James was rapping really hard. Like I've never seen Savannah James rap. And so you know there's something going on. The fact that she's rapping the words. She's never rapped, but she's rapping them words. Hey, I personally think it was a good job that LeBron chose Savannah over Drake. Of course, you know. I mean, Drake was tripping if he thought that LeBron James was not going to choose Savannah James over him. I mean, what? Dude, you're the side chick. You're the side chick homie. You know, that's all you are. That's who you were. You were not anything more than that. And the fact that you got a tattoo with that man's a tattoo, his name tattooed on you, that's on you. That's not on him because no man is going to sit there and tell you, hey, put my name on you. I mean, maybe if you're drunk or high, but not for real. Who does that? All right. Anyway, this is your boy Mad Scientist, and yes, this is what we're gonna do every Wednesday now. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is the first time, so today I just wanted to see how I felt to do it, and now that I see, I got to be a little bit more prepared. You felt like I was prepared? Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm gonna be a little bit more prepared. Okay, a little bit more prepared next week. So come see me next week. I'll appreciate it. I will love it. I will love you. Okay. But let me say, this is the DJ Mad Scientist Midday Madness Show, Hot Topics Edition. Okay. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. So, and do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you want those personal notifications, hit that one too. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.